You say you love prog, eh? Well, you've sat through all of Tales from Topographic Oceans without blinking. Well, that's great. But can you identify a drum solo and a 12-minute deep cut in under 5 seconds? Well, welcome to this quiz where odd time signatures are normal and the questions are harder than Bill Bruford's snare hits. Let's see what you're really made of with these upcoming questions. So I'm going to play 10 excerpts from famous progressive rock bands we all know and love. Now, jot your answers down, and once they have all been played, I will give you the answers, a little bit extra information about each of these tracks. Now, no cheating on this one, and remember, in the last one I did, I was accused of making it too easy, so be warned.
Finally, they turned it on, they grabbed it from me, took it away from me, turned it on, and it said...
Okay then, so how well did you all get on? Not easy, was it? Well, clip 1 was the cinema show by Genesis from Selling England by the Pound. Now, this track blended English pastoral poetry with sweeping progressive arrangements. Lyrically, it drew from The Wasteland by T.S. Eliot and followed two characters, Romeo and Juliet, on separate journeys, one towards romantic fantasy and the other into the routine of modern life. And musically, it begins softly with 12-string guitars that were characteristic of Genesis at the time and built into a lush, keyboard-driven instrumental second half that feels like a symphonic journey. And the band used a Mellotron and ARP Pro Soloist synth to create those iconic textures, which really was very techy stuff for 1973. Did you get that one? Try this one. Click 2 was Ritual from that epic Tales from Topographic Oceans. Now, this represented the spiritual battle between positive and negative forces. The lyrics were abstract as ever, but also cosmic, painting energies of transformation, unity and rebirth, really typical of the set of John Anderson's lyrics. Musically, it was a 21-minute journey across ambient textures, explosive crescendos and melodic bass interludes, an epic in both scale and intent. John wrote the album after being inspired by a footnote in an autobiography about an Indian philosophy. Prog doesn't get more prog than that. The third clip was Thila Hun Ginjit by King Crimson from the album Discipline. Now, it's a standout track from the album, and it's all about being paranoia in musical form. I really hope you got this one. The lyrics describe a man wandering in a dangerous city, dealing with crime, surveillance and existential dread, mirrored really in real life when Andrew Ballou was stopped by police during recording and ended up using the story in the song. Musically, it's full of interlocking guitar lines and shifting rhythmic patterns, bringing a new wave edge to Crimson's experimental spirit around this time. The title, you might have already known that, but it was an anagram of Heat in the Jungle. Did you know that one? Now, number 4 was a clip from Natural Science from Permanent Waves by Rush. This is a 3-part mini epic that explores humanity's relationship with nature, technology and knowledge. It starts in a serene acoustic landscape, transitions into a mechanical middle section and ends really with a powerful statement on the loss of human connection in the face of progress. Now, the structure mirrors its themes. It's organic to artificial and then philosophical. Those water sounds at the beginning were really recorded in a bathroom, proving once again that prog really knows no bounds. Originally a jazzy reimagining of a J.S. Bart piece, Bourré took on a new life in Tull's live performances, and this was the answer to clip number 5. Now, the 1978 Bursting Out live album, the version on there added funk, swing and improvisational energy, turning Baroque into a jam session. Now, there's no lyrics, it's entirely instrumental, but it tells its story through playful variations and sudden shifts in mood. Now, the piece helped shape Ian Anderson's image as this wild, one-legged flautist. It became one of the signature moments of their live show. Answer to number 6 was Porcupine Tree and Futile. And it may be one that perhaps you're not too familiar with. So if you didn't get this one right, don't worry too much. It's a gritty, aggressive track that deals with themes of disillusionment and stagnation. The lyrics, these paint a picture of someone observing the world with cynicism. They're frustrated by the futility of change and really a repetition in modern life. It is one of Porcupine Tree's heavier tracks. It's combining industrial guitar tones with a tightly produced rhythm section. The song was originally left off in absentia and really only appeared as a B-side, making it a hidden gem amongst fans. Now, number 7, this is the opening track from the album The Power and Glory by Gentle Giant. Proclamation is a satirical take on political leadership and public manipulation. Now, the lyrics use a mock regal tone to somehow show how power can disguise itself really as a virtue. The music is full of the stop-start rhythms that Gentle Giant is so renowned for, shifting keys and intricate vocal harmonies that really reflect the instability of the message. Now, the entire album was inspired by Watergate-era disillusionment, though the band has said it's not just about any one politician, just really power in general. Clip 8 was one I hope you got, Lunacy by Camel, and this is a fully instrumental track which closes New Madness with a swirling dive into progressive fusion. Lunacy starts with a dreamy ambient introduction and quickly transitions really into a fast-paced, synth-driven journey. I love this track. The music feels aquatic and spacey at the same time, hence the title. While there's no lyrical narrative, the structure mimics the ebb and flow of waves or a moon orbiting a planet. Very clever. Camel wrote the song title as a pun, if you didn't know. Lunar Sea sounds like lunacy, hinting at the album's quietly eccentric nature. Now, potentially a tricky one, Rosetta Stoned by Tool is part sci-fi story, part philosophical breakdown. Now, the lyrics tell of a man who's either abducted by aliens or experiencing a psychotic episode, or both, and delivered in a frenzied stream of consciousness rant. Musically, it's dense and intense with sudden tempo shifts and textural laying that mimic the chaos of the narrative. The track is a sequel to the ambient interlude Lost Keys, and together they tell a single hallucinatory tale. Now, the 10th answer was Stephen Wilson and the track No Twilight Within the Courts of the Sun. It's another potentially difficult choice, so if you haven't got this one, don't worry too much. The track from Urs Insurgentes is a haunting meditation on moral ambiguity and the collapse of certainty. The lyrics are really quite sparse, but they're very evocative, more emotional impression than story, while the music builds from eerie calm to full-on sonic disarray. Now, it balances the beauty and violence, light and shadow, like a musical metaphor for inner conflict. Interesting note, the title is taken from a passage in William Blake's writing, part of Wilson's ongoing fascination with apocalyptic poetry and mysticism. So there you have it, 10 clips from progressive rock artists to test the very soul of your knowledge. I did say that they were going to be difficult. Now, how did you get on? I think any score over 8 is really extremely good, as I did set the bar higher than last time. Well, you did tell me, didn't you? Now, drop your score in the comments and let's see who really is the smarty pants out there. Like the video if you've enjoyed the quiz. And the video I shot here was another quiz one, which is the one I want you to watch next. I'll see you over there.